And would you like me to call you Love or Day or Love Day? How would you like to be
I
introduced?
most of my friends call me Day. There are people that call me Love. I find it very like endearing. So, you
Mm.
do you.
It has to be someone that's close to you, like to call you Love, right? Like a family member or something.
Mm, No, I feel like it's mostly people that don't really know me, or if it's like, you having a conversation and, they be like, love,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Like as
They
if they
trying to
say
like
darling or something.
neutralize the vibes.
Day it is. Day it is for today.
Period, period. And what is your name?
Oh yeah, I'm Christina. I'm
I was gonna
Christina
say you gotta
Puzin.
introduce
Yeah,
yourself.
I always forget. Thank you for asking. Yes, my name is Christina with a K. I also do some songwriting, music. I wouldn't be able to live without it. Even though I'm in film school, I compose music outside of it. So I found Mo browsing on Handshake, found out about Ambitious Entertainment, and I was like, this is cool. And I like to have an internship. So um, let's see what she does. And I found out that she's an alumni of our school. So I was like, I
What
got
school?
Columbia College.
Oh, okay. Period.
Yeah, so like at our school, we have so many talented musicians over there. I mean, there's a band called Lucia Jane, and they do like folk music. And then there was a band called Sangram. Like the kids there, they're awesome, and not all of them realize it, but they are.
They are. I mean, that was one. I don't think I ever wanted to go to Columbia, but just like as I got older, I saw like how beneficial it was. Like you kind of are submerged into the industry a lot earlier, and a lot of opportunities, they come a lot sooner. So I went to U of I and we didn't have like music business per se. I think they're trying to create something like that now. But at the time, we were really like just creating our own path in the industry.
Hmm. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Were you a music business student at U of I, or?
No, so they didn't have music business. They had like music, the College of Music, which was more so like studying the art and the history of music. And then they
Mm,
had business, and I studied business, management. Just honestly, didn't really know what I really wanted to do.
mhm.
I went to school. I knew I wanted to be in music, but like in the constraints of what was offered, I was just kind of like, oh, I can do accounting or I can do finance. I could do marketing. And then
Right.
at the end of it all, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just get a management degree and call it one.
It's very broad. Like
Yeah.
yeah, when people get music, even music majors, like what does that encompass?
Yeah.
It's almost like it's very general, but maybe that's a good thing because you can study like many different things and have some freedom. It depends on the person.
Yeah.
But I will formally start this.
Okay.
So, hello everyone, and welcome to Ambitious Amplified. I'm Christina Puzin, and today we have a very influential guest joining us. Please welcome Day, a DJ, a music executive, and one of the founders of 3V, a creative agency for musicians. So,
Thank
claps.
you. What an intro, right? Claps, perhaps.
It's
I'm excited to
really,
be here.
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm excited to be here. I'm like sending it to other people,
You
see if
should
they want
have
to
them on.
join, tap
I wish
in.
I wish that we could meet in person over like coffee or something. That'd be really fun.
That would be cute.
Well, it's really great to have you here. You've been making a name for yourself in the Chicago music scene for a while now. What is so special about the city for you?
Man, I love Chicago through and through. I think it is a very beautiful place. I think it is a place that is just very real and raw. Like the people here are just very, real and raw and very creative. Going back to just our conversation earlier, I think the infrastructure is something that people have been trying to build and maintain here for years. And I think we're finally getting a wave of people that are like actually doing it. And so, because of that, a lot of artists and creatives have had to be, you know, authentic and create unique paths for themselves. We just have some of the best talent. Like we've had, you know, our Kanye's, our Chance, our Mix. Mick Jenkins is like one of my favorite rappers ever. Love him down. And now you see like a wave of like your Rico Shies, your Heavy Crowns, Jay Bambi. Like I love the artists that come out of Chicago. Like they are just very real and raw to me. Um, but yeah, I could go on and on about that.
Chance the Rapper. It's funny you say that because he came to our school once. He visited, did
He
like a
got he
guest
that was his
speaker series.
niche. Chance was coming out when I was in high school. I remember him like going to high schools and doing pop-ups or like performing at a school or leaving off a flyer, promoting his, you know, show and stuff. And so that was a very unique time because I think that was the closest I had seen somebody doing music just in high school. Like everybody else was like already celebrity status or, you know, and we had the SoundCloud, you know, era. So I was finding artists on SoundCloud. I had found like Smino before he blew up and Doja Cat and Travis Scott and all these people, you know, I was listening to them on SoundCloud. So just seeing them progress to where they are today is like, oh, I
That
told y'all
must
I
have
had great
been.
taste in music.
I wish I could have seen that. I swear. Now you post something on SoundCloud, people would be like, "Oh, that's in the past. You trying to be different."
Well, the DJ community, I will say, keeps SoundCloud alive because one, it's a place where we put our mixes, you know, our DJ mixes, and then two, you can always find like a cool edit or, you know, like another DJ mix on SoundCloud. And so it is still a way where you can discover a new artist, but I think right now it's very like DJ heavy.
And you think
And
most,
producer.
hmm and you think most artists now get their rent paid off like touring. You think like that's where most of the
Um,
is from.
yeah, I would say touring, merch, brand deals, a lot of like partnerships and things like that. Because right now, I think the era we are in is the content era, and everything is so digital. So the pro of it is like you can be direct to consumer and promote yourself without the middleman of a label or distro or what have you. But the con is everybody's online, everybody's promoting themselves. So you kind of got to figure out what your brand is before you're even.
I think you cut out there the last couple seconds.
I was just saying, I think now you kind of just have to have your brand identified before even meeting these larger like platforms and music
Mhm.
labels and what have you. So that could be a little bit difficult, but because of that, we see, you know, a lot of opportunities for brand partnerships. I think Cardi B is an artist that, you know, has really sustained most of her career through having brand deals every single year. You know, if
Mhm.
she wasn't dropping the music, she was doing a collab with whoever. Like I can't even name them all, but I think I just saw her doing something with um like a phone company. No, it was Yahoo. She had a Yahoo partnership. And it's like, you know, it's probably not, everybody's probably not on Yahoo, but that's the source of income. She's able to promote. And I think, you know, artists have to capitalize on that and also like sync placements, which is something I'm really trying to get into.
Do you think that you found your brand yet, or you're still developing it?
Have I
The
found?
look of it, the feel of it, your brand yet? Do you think that you found that?
Um, as a DJ, I think it's still developing. I have like visions of what it looks like, and I feel like it's came to life in certain parts.
Mm.
I knew I didn't want it to be like super like love and hearts, like that would just be like too on the nose.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think my brand is very like girly and blingy and fun and like hip hop,
Mm.
and you know I try to like amplify that in ways. I think ideally in my head, I'm like, I would like my brand to be a cross between what's luxury and what's hip hop, which, there's not many like luxury hip hop spaces I could just think off the top of my
Hmm.
head.
Your page is definitely very feminine. That's what I liked
Thank
about it.
you.
Very like light visuals that you use, like graphics, kind of like ambitious entertainment. Like her page uses a lot of those lighter colors, but yeah, the way you talk about luxury, it really presents itself that way in your videos as well. Even
I
your
appreciate
outfits,
that.
like or the events you'll go to. I think you went to like a cultural event and it was like you with all these other women behind you and you were like you were wearing this sparkly dress, someone else was wearing a sparkly dress. Like it's just all added up, you know.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it all plays a part, and that's honestly that is hip hop. Like hip hop is the culture of not just the music, but like how you dress and how you talk and how you present yourself. So I appreciate you for even acknowledging that.
Thanks for even sharing about that. What's the earliest moment you can remember thinking music is more than a hobby for me?
um, Man, in high school probably. Maybe even a little bit before then. I think when I was really young, like in grade school, I loved watching like 106 in Park, new music videos, what have you. I was actually a dancer in grade school. I was on a dance team. And so I was really just engulfed in music in that way. And at that time, I think we was like finding music on not SoundCloud, it was YouTube and what else? It was YouTube and it was like obviously like 106 in Park, but we also were listening to like mixtapes. So like Dat Piff, we had like LimeWire, we had BearShare, whatever, all the little illegal platforms people was downloading music off of. And so I could tell that I was really into it more than the average person.
Mm,
And I think in high school, I was like, man, it would be super cool to learn how to DJ. And like, I've always had the desire since high school, but I really didn't start DJing until the pandemic. I
hmm.
had lost my job, collecting unemployment, not doing nothing. I was like, well, might as well learn.
Very
Might
true.
as well learn. And at the time, DJ Simba, who's also like a pretty popular and really dope DJ in Chicago, he was teaching me how to DJ. So people started liking, how I spin. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll just keep going. Like, I'll take this gig, you'll start getting paid to do gigs. And I realized that, it's something that I literally was probably born to do.
Mm. Are you a self-taught DJ? Or you've learned from other
No,
people? Or
DJ Simba taught me how to DJ for sure. For sure. I've
whereas,
always like had my own selections of music, that I think we might have had some similarities, but I've always been like in the SoundCloud era or like heavily in R&B or heavily like listening to new music or local artists. So I think that probably is what really separated my sound from his. But just
mhm,
like the technicality of how to DJ and transition, I learned it from him.
someone said Love Day enjoyed you on, how do you say that? Femland at Sea? Is
Why I
that a
can't see
venue that you
nobody
perform at?
comments?
What?
Dang, I can't see nobody
It's
comments.
okay. I'll read them for you. Her name is Anine42. That's her username.
Oh,
What
hey.
was that? Femland
So
at Sea.
Finland at Sea was the first, to my knowledge, Black woman cruise, spearheaded by Heather Lowry of Femme Ford. And I had the opportunity to DJ alongside some dope DJs, DJ Fawcett, who's based out of LA, Honeybee, who's I think she's based out of LA, and Rose Gold. And it was like a 3 day cruise, festival cruise, because we had Keisha Cole, we had SWV, we had Monica, and so the cruise was really more than just like me DJing. it felt one, it was my first cruise. It felt very spiritual because it was a lot of women and a lot of women of color, a lot of black women who, was doing that for the first time. And, you always hear stories about women not liking each other or like getting real snotty or, having trust issues with girlfriends. But it did not feel like that. Like everybody was so nice and like complimenting each other. Like, girl, I like your outfit, all these different things.
Mhm.
And so I had a blast. I had 4 sets. I DJ'd 4 sets and everybody was so like I could just tell they felt so good. They come up to me afterwards. And it meant a lot to me personally because my numbers are not like I don't have 20K, 100K followers, so that was me like in the back of my head, like, damn, like, do y'all really like me? Like, do y'all really like, me DJing?
Mhm.
Because I don't have that many followers. But I think we're in an age where talent is getting overlooked by followers and like, your aesthetic
Yeah,
and all that,
for sure.
which is, it's not that it's not valued, because I value it. I just need to do it more.
Mhm.
But I was like, damn, okay, I am talented. It was like a confirmation or like just a reaffirming feeling from everybody that enjoyed themselves on the cruise. So thank you for sharing
Yes,
that.
thank you. Very sweet comment. Someone else wrote they were amazing sets too. Someone named Jess underscore
Oh,
Coolin.
that's my twin.
Yeah. So thank you for telling Day that as well. I wish I was on that cruise. Must have been cool.
Man, we trying to get her to do it again. So it's probably not gonna happen next year, but maybe like 2028 because she promoted it for like a whole year. So
Mhm.
we'll see.
I'm curious to know who were you before you became Love Day?
That's funny. I mean, I was dating a thrash. I'm still dating a thrash. I actually love my government name, and I don't mind when people call me Dania. So that's who I was literally. And then before I chose Love Day, I was actually going by Eighth Day, which sometimes I'm like, damn, I miss that name.
Eighth day, like the number?
Yeah.
Eighth day.
It was because I chose that name because heavily at the time I was really around the Great Thinkers, and they're like a hip hop collective based out of Champaign in Chicago.
Mhm.
And the 8 is symbolic, obviously like infinity, but it's also to their knowledge, it's like, or not their knowledge, but just what they call it is God is in everything, and therefore everything is great. And
Mhm.
so at the time, I was like really, just rocking with that. I'm like, man, I could be Eighth Day. Like, it's unique. It's not 8 days in a week, but I'm the Eighth Day.
That's true. Yeah.
So it does. I do be thinking about it sometimes, but Love Day felt real personal because love is like, I think I was really going through a season of needing to love myself for real, for real. And also just learning that love is God, and God is love. And so I was like, man, this is the message I want to go with. I didn't want to be DJ Love Day. And so I got that from Squeak Pivot. I don't know if you remember him, RP Squeak. He was a producer and DJ here in Chicago for Pivot Game. So when he was like, "Yeah, I don't like DJ in front of my name. Like, I'm just an artist." I was like, "Man, I like that." I don't want DJ in front of my name either. So I chose Love Day. But before that, I mean, I was Dania, and I was always into music, always going to concerts or working a festival, always around it. And
Mhm.
then I just became a creator. Like I became an artist after that. So.
I like both names, honestly. I think Love
No,
Day, it has more flow to it, so I'm kind of glad that you went with it, but the story behind Eighth is very cute.
I know. Maybe
So,
I'll do something else with it. It's on the shelf right now, but Maybe I'll do something else like a party, or maybe it'll be like a name I go by when I'm doing like, I don't know, house music or something crazy. I don't know, but it's up there. And yeah, Love Day. It just, I wouldn't have people calling me Love if I didn't go go by that name. So I'm glad I went with that one.
But you're not just a DJ, you're also a music executive. So, how do those two identities coexist in your busy life?
They actually coexist very well, and I really just started really calling myself a music executive because just wearing so many hats. I
Mhm.
think, you working in festivals, you working in events. I'm doing bookings, I'm doing shows, I'm managing artists, I'm doing, like I'm doing everything. So I'm like, this just needs to be music executive. And then I looked it up. I'm like, oh, executives are. Let me. Is this going to exit out if I leave this?
Uh, it might, but you can always rejoin real quick. I'll still be here. Yeah, it exited out. Shoot. It's okay. She'll be back. She'll be back. If any of you watching would like to ask her some questions, feel free to type it in
Can
the
you hear
chat.
me?
Yes, I hear you. Lagging just a little bit.
Okay. You can only hear me if I'm on this mug. So let me not do that. But basically, a music executive is literally what everything that I do. There are label executives, there are A&R executives. I definitely feel like an A&R, especially these days and this day and age, because I have my playlist, the V list, which I'm always, looking for new artists and new music to put on
Hmm.
there. And then I'm always like telling other artists, like, man, you should do something with this artist. Like, y'all should get in the studio. This would sound cool here. And like my playlist is so, it's not like a regular playlist where you just, these are the new songs that dropped. I literally organize them cohesively so that they sound sonically together, when you're listening to them. They sound like a total vibe. And so some
The
songs, they don't make it because they don't fit the vibe, not because it's not a good song or it's not, a new song.
You're talking about when you do your sets, like the tracks that you have.
No, the playlist, my sets, of course.
Hmm.
You got to DJ the vibes for sure.
Hmm.
But like my playlist that I have is called the V list, which
Hmm.
is a stem from 3V agency. And so yeah, I organize, it's 10 songs every month. I think I'm gonna do 11 this month because I need a bonus. I really like the song with the songs that I got on there. But yeah, I'm like, man, even that is so intentional and like thought out, so
I
I'm
can't wait to
an
see.
executive.
I can't wait to see what your agency does. I read about how some magazine article featured you, and they said that you're trying to help artists out financially because a lot of them can't just rely on the music side of things, right? It has to be both business and the art. So I like that you're reminding artists that they have to do a little bit of everything because that's what it takes right now, at least.
Definitely. And the artists we represent, so 3V agency is me and my business partner Kat.
Hmm.
And we represent Mother Nature, who they also have a nonprofit called the Miseducation of Hip Hop. So they do like hip hop workshops and things of that nature. We
Hmm.
represent Jeff Koons, who is also a painter, and he does Think and Paint, kind of similar to a Sip and Paint,
That's
but it's more so conversational. And then we have Heavy Crowns, who, is basically director, if not director, he's right underneath the director at Imagine Inglewood If, which is a nonprofit in Inglewood. And Simba P, who is a actor and artist and damn near model. So we have them kind of like doing something that is music, of course, but doing something that can create income outside of that. And
Hmm.
honestly, it really, a lot of this, well, I'll say most of it has been going on pre-pandemic, but like just thinking paint was birthed in the pandemic
Hmm.
because it was like, how else we're gonna make money? Everything's closed, people aren't linking up, and literally we did a virtual one and we did one in his backyard, and people were just happy to be around each other, very therapeutic, have real conversations. um and now I'm trying to just pour gas on the business side of the music. So, the sync licensing, the shows, the merch, um what were we saying earlier, the brand partnerships, things like that.
It's a big one.
So there's a lot happening. You'll be seeing them this summer. I'll save all of my shameless pubs for the end of this.
Please do, yes. At your creative agency, how do you decide which artists are worth investing in?
They decide.
They come to you.
No, no, no. They like, I mean, I think an artist has to have a lot of motion already going for themselves to the point where they can't manage it themselves, that they need a manager. And when they don't have the motion, it's only so much we can do. Like, I'm not a John Monopoly, or, I'm not one of these big music execs that can just make a phone call and get you 100K. Like, I wish I was. I'm making my way there. But, you do kind of have to have your own motion. And whoever has the most motion, as managers, I think we have to pour gas on that and amplify that. And honestly, it helps everybody else. Those
No,
relationships come back around.
so
We
you want your artists to have some consistency before they come to you. At least like they try it on their own first.
At this point, all the artists we manage are so seasoned, and developed, that they already, they have things going. I don't
Hmm.
think I would be able to represent a brand new artist at this stage in my career. I just don't have the capacity for it. And capacity could mean like, oh, like task wise, but it also is very spiritual to me. Because music is spiritual. The way I've always thought about it is like, okay, you think about an athlete, they are testing themselves and challenging themselves physically to play a sport and endure, whatever they're doing physically with their bodies. Music, you're challenging yourself mentally for sure, but you're challenging yourself spiritually to create something from nothing, and that is not just an artist thing. That also is a manager's thing, a manager thing. From We're creating from a different side of it, but it's still creativity nonetheless. So
Hmm.
capacity wise, I don't think I even have the capacity to pour into a new developing artist in that way.
Hmm.
They'd have to kind of have some things going, some
Some
motion,
foundation.
pour
Hmm.
some gas on.
No, thank you for being honest about that. That is important, I think.
Mhm.
And I'm glad that you're aware of how long that process takes to get to that point where you do have a support system and a community of some sort.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree
It's
with
not
you.
like, just to your point, like it's not like I'm not gonna support them. Like I'll still listen to their music. People send me music all the time. I listen to it because again, I still have my playlist. I'm always looking for new music.
Hmm.
People, I share. I, invite them to things. So I may not be able to manage you, but I'm very much so still trying to be that supportive resource in Chicago.
Hmm. What made you want to step into the business side instead of just staying an artist?
Well, I was always on the business side.
Hmm.
Being
You
an
always
artist,
been.
being an artist came literally during the pandemic. But the business side, I've always wanted to be in the music business. So, even in college, I was like interning at the Canopy Club, which was like our music venue at U of I.
Hmm.
I was working different festivals. So I was always kind of in it. Even coming back to Chicago, I was working at Concord. I was working, Lala and North Coast and Pitchfork. So I've always been in the music business.
I've been to North Coast. It's really cool. I was there for an EDM concert, so that's a bigger
Different now. It didn't used to always be like that.
the size, or you mean like EDM?
EDM. It used to be more like a diverse lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And they switched to EDM maybe a few years ago, a handful of years ago.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. It seems like you had a lot of experience when you were younger and just finding your way behind the scenes. And I want to know what's something about the music industry that surprised you once you got inside of it?
Surprise me.
Mm-hmm. Could be a good surprise, could be something that you were like, whoa, I didn't know that this is what I signed up for.
I think I've always had a realistic view of the music industry, from a, financial standpoint to a relationship standpoint. I can't say anything has really surprised me for real. I mean, I can't, I really can't say.
That's okay. You're built of stone.
I
I
think
wish I could be like that.
if anything, I am a little disappointed in how much content has taken over and how much people have um, left the true core of hip hop. Um, for example, let me ask you this. Can you write this in the chat? I don't even know if anybody on here.
No,
Um,
there's a couple people. All right.
write this in the chat. What is your what hip hop artists do you listen to currently? And
What
that's for the chat, but that's also for you.
hip-hop artists do you listen
Damn, I wish I could see people's comments.
currently? Don't worry, don't worry. Well, I'll tell you if anyone responds. I'm gonna go ahead and pin this in case people come in and out. They'll see it first thing.
Okay.
Someone said Monaleu.
Oh, I
I don't
love
know the
her. We
did I
have the
butcher
same
that?
birthday. Our birthday is next Friday. That's my girl.
Someone said Cardi B.
Cardi B. Okay.
I've been listening to a lot of Doja lately. Megan Thee Stallion.
You listen to the rap girlies.
I listen to a lot of neo soul, so like Sade. Um,
Love her.
there's this group called Hannah Williams and the Affirmations. That's a little bit of neo soul, but
Like
also a little
indie.
bit of R&B. But it's interesting
Okay.
because it's a white woman singing.
Okay.
And like when I hear her voice, I thought it was not a white woman. I was like, there's just like so much range and so much texture. And usually like African American singers, they have
Yeah.
that
It's
naturally.
soulful.
Yeah, soulful, exactly. Someone said Kendrick, Ken the Man. Someone said Meg is my girl too. Someone said I stick with the old 2000 hip hop, but she so right about this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the reason that I asked y'all this question is because these are technically not hip hop artists outside of Kendrick Lamar.
Hmm.
These are rappers that make either trap music, rap music. I don't think anybody named a drill artist, or melodic rap. And we have gotten so far away from like the core elements of hip hop that people don't even know how to discern the difference. We see it at the Grammys. Like you got people getting awards, not saying that, they're not great or they're not talented, but they're getting awards in a hip hop category and they're not hip hop artists. But because they
Hmm.
rap, you've grouped them there.
Hmm.
So um I think hip hop has gotten so far away from what it originally was. That is something that has like honestly shocked me and like has disappointed me. And I listen to it all. I listen to all the rap girls. I listen to Future, I listen to Gunna, I listen to 21 Savage, but I still listen to Kendrick Lamar. I listen to J. Cole. I listen to Currency. I listen to some of the local artists. I listen to Femdot. I listen to Mick Jenkins. Like these are hip hop artists that have storytelling, they have lyricism, they have culture, and it's not just like braggadocious rap, if you know what I mean.
Mm. Hmm.
Um, and I've been a student of it for years, like years, watching documentaries of Biggie, of Kanye, of Tupac, of all of these guys, and really just seeing how they stories have transformed over years.
Hmm.
Not all of the rap girlies have stories per se. Um, they are very braggadocious and in their own right, and it's very fun
Hmm.
music to listen to.
Hmm.
But yeah, to answer your question, I feel like that is one thing that has shocked me because I can ask that question to anybody and they probably give me the same answers as y'all. I've gotten those answers without Kendrick. I'm like, the least you could do is give me a Kendrick Lamar. I mean, he just had a crazy 2, 3 years, you know. And
Yeah.
I've had people really go down the list and not even name Kendrick Lamar. So
Hmm. Yeah. Someone said Tupac. Tupac is great. He is from my town, Oakland. That's good to know. I've been
I love
listening
Brooklyn.
to California Love lately, like on the bus a lot, like on repeats. That's been
It's
pretty
a
fun.
hit.
But I hear you and I see you, and maybe you could share like a list of artists that people could start getting into that that you think is like true hip hop. In your mind, what would be the definition of a true hip hop artist?
That's a question.
Hmm.
Well, one, I will say I'm always promoting artists like that on the V list. The next V list that I drop is going to be more mainstream, so it may not really be that, but there are a couple on there. I love Samara Sin. I love Doshi. I love who else have I been listening to? ASAP. And they have a good balance of like what is a mainstream sound sonically and like how to rap and tell a story. And so those are a few I would check out. Locally, I've been listening to Heavy Crowns, Jeff Koons.
Hmm.
I love Jay Bambi's project. God knows how long this girl's been working on it, but it's so good. Um, can't wait for her to drop that. Tree Novi, Galaxy Francis, and Chris Patrick, Asar. Love these guys. I think when you go to a show, you'll get it. It is hard to get people in the show if they're not listening to it already. But
Hmm.
you go to these shows, it's some of the best shows I've ever been to, truly.
You should definitely post it on your Instagram. Like when you write things to do in the city. I think you had a post about that. It was for Juneteenth or something. Um, but you could do that. Like, hey, event going on, this artist, come out. You have already quite a few people that support you on your page, and I think people would definitely show up. You know, you
I'm
never know.
scared. I'm not scared. I'm really just not used to being on camera because I've been thinking about that too. Like just getting on TikTok and talking and promoting other artists. But yeah, putting my face out there is just like another level.
Hmm. It's okay. You're slowly easing into it. I want to go back to the questions, and I'd like to know what was your worst early DJ experience, and what did it teach you?
Oh my God. Worst?
Yeah.
Gee, I don't even know. I had a few. I had quite a few. I think early on, I can't even remember, but early on I was still learning how to transition, and I think I had a moment where I paired a song that was very far off in BPM and it sounded terrible. It was literally terrible. And hated that. I've had moments very early on where I didn't know how to use CDJs. And so now when new DJs come up to me, I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah. Y'all finna learn today. But when I was first starting to DJ in like bars and clubs, they always have these damn CDJs, and it's like three pieces. It's not one controller, and you can DJ with a hard drive. But I wasn't doing that. I'm like, I need to see my screen. Like, I'm not
Mhm.
DJing on a hard drive. So to hook it up to your laptop, it's like hella different plugs and settings and what have you. But I don't remember like a specific moment. I just remember struggling with that and struggling with transitioning early on. But I
Mhm.
feel like I also was fairly decent early on. I wasn't like terrible where somebody would like leave the room type shit.
No, no, I'm sure you weren't. Um,
So maybe that's why they wasn't that bad.
yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, there's no like expectation for the worst thing, you know.
Yeah.
When you're performing, are you more in control or responding to the crowd?
Early on, I didn't really care about the crowd at all. I would literally just play what I want to play. I am a little bit more present and sensitive to it now because I want people to stay engaged the whole time.
Hmm.
And I can't always just play something I want to hear. Um, but yeah, I feel like I still will risk a song here and there if I feel like it sonically can last 30 seconds without people, not feeling the vibe. But I think I do a little bit of both now.
I think that's a good balance to have. I'd
It's
love to,
necessary.
yeah, hear one of your sets, like a brunch DJ playing, warm weather, drink.
That would be cute. I would love to do more day parties because that I do feel like you can get away with playing a few things. But I
Hmm.
am DJing twice next week if you want to be outside.
Send me that event. Yes, please.
I
Do
will
you
do that.
prepare? I was gonna ask, do you prepare your sets heavily, or do you trust instinct in the moment?
Um, Also both. Well, one, it depends on what I'm DJing. If it's like a community event, I'm probably not preparing for it, honestly. I probably just have a crate of songs that I'll, flow through. But
Hmm.
if it's like a set and I'm in front of a camera or I'm like on the cruise, I do try to prepare at least the order of like the songs in the order of songs that I want to DJ at the
Hmm.
very least. If I'm recording a set, I'm thinking about it all. I'm thinking about the songs, the order of the songs, the transitions, how I want to transition, what word I want to transition off of, or what sound. And that takes a lot more time. I'm actually in the process of re-recording one of my mixes from the cruise because I want to upload it for y'all. But I'm like, I want it to be crispy.
Perfect. Someone said, "I live for the learning sets. Those stories are relatable as ever." Yeah. What's a song that always works, no matter the crowd?
The first song that came to mind is "Living It Up" by Ja Rule and "Drop It Like It's Hot."
Ooh. Do people get download for that?
Goodies by Sierra. There's a few that's gonna always get them going for sure. Goodies by Sierra. Drop It Like It's Hot, Lil Moo on Top of Cars. There's a few.
I'm writing this down. Take it from me. I heard from someone that you're also a talent buyer for Live Nation. What are some of the key responsibilities of a talent buyer?
Now, I'm not a talent buyer. I am a booking coordinator,
Booking coordinator. Got it.
which means there are a lot more limitations. But for the most part, my role involves artist contracts, making sure the artists get paid. I've gotten into a space. I've done a couple of shows where they've let me like curate my shows, but I've gotten into the space of focusing on support and buying support acts. So like if a show is coming down the pipeline and the artist doesn't have a support act that they're touring with, I'll ask the agent because we can't just put artists on the show. We have to get everything approved. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
ask the agent, I'll send them a list of suggestions like, hey, what do you guys think about one of these artists opening up? And sometimes they pick, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they come back with their own support. Sometimes they do just the headliner, no support. And recently, I actually just got Jeff Koons booked for The Far Side, which is a dope hip hop group. And he's going to be opening up for them. I think it's May 2nd. May 2nd, I think. We'll double check. But, you know, every now and then opportunities like that come in and I'm able to, I guess, pour into the Chicago community in that way. They're not all the time artists that I manage either.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I got Pia. Pia is her name. She's more alternative or like more like, bro, she's a rager. She's more like I don't even know her genre, but she opened up for another artist that was similar in sound. And I don't manage her, you know, never met her really. But it was kind of an opportunity for me to pour into another Chicago artist.
That's very
That's what I
cool.
be
And
doing. And I'll be
the
randomly
term
office
the
events.
the term that you used is called booking. Say that again.
Coordinator.
Booking coordinator. That sounds quite elegant. Booking coordinator. And when you're oh no, I
They
actually
should change it. I don't like coordinator. That's why I just be like, I work in booking at Live Nation.
kind of, it's like you're basically a booking agent in a way, right? Like it's similar
In a way.
abilities.
And I honestly have been thinking about going to the agent side. I think in 3V's full throttle, like in our full capacity, our talent would be a booking agency and like, you know, getting artists booked, not just in Chicago, but like in different festivals in different states and things like that.
Mm.
But right now I'm like, man, I could go and work at an agency maybe and, you know, get some relationships that way. Cause though I think they have the cooler opportunity. Like promoters, we just dealing with the venue. Like, you know, we don't manage the artists. We barely interact with the artists. We interact with the agents.
Mhm.
And so, you know, it's very limiting and you're just trying to sell tickets. But on the agency side, you are working with the artists, working with their team, trying to find the best venue for them, the best fit, not just like sell the most tickets. Obviously, want to make sure they get paid, but it's a lot more my lane, I would say.
Hmm. I see. So, personalizing stages, like based on what kind of music they make, maybe what kind of community they attract, that kind of thing. And as a booking coordinator, have you ever taken a risk on an artist that paid off?
Um, I would say I took a risk on the show that I did last year. It was Amari Noel and Sherry and T Benji. I fought for T Benji, boy. They did
Valid for
not.
him.
They man love my sister Lyrical, but she fought me on T Benji a little bit. But she after the show, she loved him. She was like he was a great fit and I think his performance was great. He had dancers on stage with him, but all of the artists, I think, I was proud of that show. It didn't sell what I thought it would sell, but I was
Mhm.
proud of the turnout and I was proud of the show they put on for sure.
T Benji. Does he have an Instagram? Obviously, as a
Yeah, but if I leave out, it's gonna kick me out, y'all.
you're right. You're right. After
After,
for sure. I want to talk a little bit about 3V,
okay,
your baby, kind of.
yeah,
What inspired you to co-find 3V with Kat?
co-founding. Ooh, man, me and Kat were literally interning at the Canopy Club in Champaign. And they had an organization called Canopies Club, which was a student art organization that they, for better or worse, really was just trying to get students to go to shows.
Mhm.
And we was like, man, this could be a little bit cooler. And me and Kat was like in my dorm one day, and I was like, man, let's rename this. And I was like, man, it should be something cool. I like 3V. Like I like something with like three letters,
Mhm.
different letters that you don't see all the time. And then we was like, what do we want them to stand for?
Vision.
Vision is definitely one. Vibes is definitely one. And Vessels was the other one. And so Vessels was important because it was the connecting piece. And then when we drew the three V's out, it looks like a heartbeat. Like
Ooh. Like at the
our the
hospital,
new
a
logo,
pulse.
yeah, the new logo probably isn't as evident, but it is in there. And it looks like a heartbeat and like somewhat of like a sound,
Hmm.
whatever. So I was like, man, this let's go with this type shit. And Kat was really excited about that. The colors we both, resonated with purple. Well, I will say the first logo we had blue, we had pink, blue, and purple in the first logo. Just like, vibey colors.
Yeah.
Those are like the three colors I feel like sets the vibe. And then when we redid our logo, we ended up just going with purple.
Mhm.
I really don't know why. I know her favorite color is blue, and my favorite color at the time was red. So, red and blue make purple, which is a vibe.
It is. It is. And what does Cat bring out of you creatively that you didn't have before?
Kat is very much so, she's very like detail oriented. She really cares about the details and like, how can I explain it? It's like if somebody was damn, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like if somebody was outside and they wanted to throw an event and the person is like, I don't want to throw this event because, it's not the best day to do it. And they're thinking of like the clouds, the weather, the location, if the sun is going to set in the east,
Hmm.
if the
All the
sun's
little
going.
things.
Yeah. So Kat has really been a person to pull out all of the little things in creativity. And even with the artists we work with, she helps them with their rollouts and like, what cool collaborations they can have, what partners we aren't thinking about that we can activate. Just a lot of cool things. So yeah, she's always been like a very detailed person.
Hmm. Kind of the business brain, and then you help with the overall look, that kind of thing.
I used to think I was the business brain, but maybe like
Or you.
from a standard type of perspective.
Hmm.
I think the details are also very creative because it's like,
Hmm.
you want to make sure the vibes are right, you know.
Sure, for sure. And what's been the biggest challenge of building something with someone else?
I think the biggest challenge is like merging our visions and constantly like evolving our visions over time.
Hmm.
And it's not really anybody that we can like look up to
Hmm.
that has mirrored a business in equal partnership.
Right.
And so visions can be challenging, but I think we try to support each other's visions regardless. Like her vision with wanting to focus on rollouts and my vision with wanting to have more of a 3V outward presence or doing the
Hmm.
B list and stuff. So we both are kind of like involved in each other's visions, of course, like you have to be, but I think we've learned how to take lead in certain areas. And I really haven't met anybody that has had a business like that,
Hmm.
creatively.
Yeah. And how do you stay confident in a space that's constantly changing, constantly interacting with new faces, always having a new project to work on? What's your secret?
Man, the secret is God, truly. If you, I think, I know it can be a touchy topic, but I think knowing that we are created by the creator and there are unlimited, literally unlimited ideas that you can have, you can move freely without feeling threatened by somebody else's success, somebody else doing an idea that you had, or, whatever. Like, you can move freely and confidently knowing that your ideas and the way you express yourself is divinely given.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
so I just go off that. Literally go off
That's
that.
that's a very good answer. And I think faith does have a lot to do with it. Like trusting in God if you're religious, it's different for everybody, but
Yeah.
my mom thinks the same way. So, I see
Yeah.
where you're coming
And
from.
I don't want people to like feel like it's a religious thing. It's just like, if you, whatever you believe in,
Mhm.
most people believe there is a creator, regardless
Mhm.
of who we believe in. And so, with that, thinking about how we have nature and we have grass and we have sky and we have sun and we have nighttime and we have all these different things, it's like, okay, I have unlimited possibilities of how my path can go. I don't need to be threatened by anybody. And so, going back to our conversation earlier, where we talking about, these other DJs with 20K, 50K, 100K followers, it's like I could look at that and be like, man, what's the difference between them? They set's not even that good, and like, why they got all these followers, yada yada yada. Or I could be fine with my path and my little 3,000 followers,
Still
which
something.
it'll grow,
It'll
but I
grow.
could be fine with that and just know that there are more possibilities, there are more paths.
Absolutely. And if you had 3,000 people approach you, that's a huge deal. Come on now.
Better than nothing.
I only have like 1,000 something, and then on my music page it's like 200 something. But that's just because I never post. So
See, you gotta be like me. You
I
gotta
got
get
you.
in front of the camera too. That's all it
I
is.
know. I know. I'd like to play a little game kind of as we wrap up here. It's
Oh,
called
okay. Yeah, we can
surviving
change.
surviving the set list. Just a couple scenarios for you. So I'm gonna give you three different chaotic crowd situations, and you have to build the set like you're actually behind the deck. Don't overthink, just what you would play to survive the moment. So, for instance,
Giving me the songs.
you'll see.
Okay,
For
okay.
instance, the crowd was hype earlier, but now their energy is low. People are on their phones. You have a song to wake them back up. What are you playing?
I feel like it depends on what I just played.
You don't got that time. You don't got that time.
Oh, okay. Well,
10,
we'll do
9,
drop it like
8.
it's hot. We'll do drop it like
Okay,
it's hot.
drop it like it's hot. Thank you, thank you. You just got on. No one trusts you yet. People are still ordering drinks and side eyeing the booth. What's your opening sound that earns attention without going too hard, too fast?
I will say right now it's been popped that by Drake and French Montana, because I'll do pop that into pop that by what's his name, the baby. So it's like don't stop, pop that, and then it go into pop that.
Pop that. I know the lyrics for sure.
I'm like, how does it go?
I know
I don't
the lyrics.
You get what I'm saying though. But yeah, I think that's a cool song that like start off to.
Good to know, good to know. Then the last scenario. What's hold on. I totally just tongue twisted myself. The third scenario I wrote. The crowd is full of people who only know viral songs. So like TikTokers. If they don't recognize it in a few seconds, they leave. Do you cater to them or do you stick with your favorites?
I will cater to them a little bit. I'll cater to them. I probably wouldn't stress if I have a song that they don't know all the way. I'll play it
Mhm.
still, but I'll probably transition out of it quickly than I would normally.
Got it. So making a couple of adjustments.
Yeah, yeah.
You're prepared. I approve. You're ready for your DJ set next week. Gold star.
Bro, people hate me because I don't want to say they hate me, but when they ask me questions like this, I'll be like, "But what time of day is it? Is it an R&B party? Like, what did I just play? Like, there's so many details I
True,
need to know
true.
in
I
these
should have been more
questions."
specific. All right.
Yeah, thank
Well,
you.
yeah, yeah. And my last couple questions,
Oh,
I'd like
sweet.
to know, has your relationship with music changed as your career has grown?
I feel like it has had ebbs and flows of when I'm like listening to new music and listening to the same thing all the time. But now that I'm in this space of booking and having the V list, I am always listening to new music. Like back when I was in my SoundCloud days, and it is a blast. I enjoy it truly.
It's good
Oh,
that you always make time for that. That's important. Yeah.
yeah.
Good to ground ourselves with what other people are making. So, can you remember the first time you truly felt respected in the industry? What was different about that moment?
It was when I think Evie the Cool, she's like the founder of Babes Only. She started booking me. I don't know if it was her. She recognized, she acknowledged me at a event. I will say that, and that felt good. And Mo Mommy, her and Mo Mommy were like kind of working Babes Only equally at the time, but
Mm.
they started booking me, and Evie, she gave me a residency at Emporium that she trusted me to curate, do the flyers, lead, work the CDJs. I was like, oh yeah, I'm in there now. I'm
All
in
of it
there
on your
now.
shoulders. Don't fuck up.
So shout out to her. Appreciate her.
Mo Mommy is a very interesting name.
I love her. I love her
Yeah.
down. She was
Mo
one of the
Mommy.
first DJs that showed me love for real.
That's good that she took you under her wing. Seriously. And as always, we like to ask our guests, what does being ambitious mean to you?
Oh, man, make it happen. Make it happen, Captain. I think if you want to do something, just go do it. If you feel like you don't got the answers, go find them. You don't got the money, go make it. Like just go do it. That's what it's about. Being ambitious. That's what it's about.
No looking back, just take
Make
that first
make
step.
it happen. Yeah, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Mhm.
Sure. Would you like me to ask you a closing question? Or no?
Yeah.
I'll let you
I'm like,
decide.
oh my God. I'm
Okay.
excited that there's another
I just don't
question
know
coming.
how much time do you have? Have you ever turned down an opportunity because it didn't feel respectful or safe?
I think I've turned down opportunities because I don't think I've came across that where it didn't feel safe, but I've turned down opportunities if it wasn't a respectful pay.
Mm,
Um, like I think things have to be respectful in that way for sure. But it's not to say like, oh, you got to pay me like thousands of dollars, or I'm not willing to work with you. It's just like certain things are kind of like, hey, you shouldn't ask me to DJ for $50. Like
yeah,
that's
no.
excessive.
That's your effort,
with
that's your
all
time,
with
that's
all
your
my
gas.
equipment. You want me to bring all of my $1,000 equipment and stand for 3 hours? You want to pay me $100?
No, no. You
Nah.
gotta know your worth. Speaking of worth, any upcoming events you'd like your viewers to know about in the next couple months?
Yes, this is my favorite
This is month.
part. I need to see y'all outside. April 23rd, I will be at the Revolver. That is the day before my birthday. We are bringing my birthday in the right way at Revolver. April 24th, I will be at Three Top. That is the day of my birthday. And we're going to be dressed to the nines at the Forever Mine slash What Are the Girls Doing event. And May 22nd, we will be at Lincoln Hall for Heavy Crown's first headline show with King Louis, Bella Boz, Cash Era, Casino Trill, and a lot of other artists. And it is going to be a big show. Everybody needs to go literally when y'all get paid, because the tickets are $15 right now and they're going to go up.
Hmm.
$15 early bird tickets. Get them now. And what else? My artists are going to be outside all summer. I'm excited about it. We have 3 rollouts right now. So Trench Baby Turn Farmer, Pigments, and we have Mother Nature's rollout on the way. And we have Simba P's rollout later down the line coming. But I'm excited about it all.
Basically, you are packed for this month.
Always packed. Always packed. But I'm
Lucky woman.
also good right now. Mentally. They were
Balance.
like, "Are you okay, girl?" I'm okay right now, y'all. I promise I'm okay today. I'm good.
I didn't think you weren't okay. I didn't think ever that you weren't okay. You are very composed, you know. Well, yeah, awesome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. This was
It's been great.
awesome.
I hope you felt comfortable, not like stiff or frozen. No,
No, you
because you
was
didn't seem
right.
like it. You
You
didn't
was
seem like it
right.
at all.
Just a conversation.
Please, to those tuning in or those listening on YouTube in a couple of days, please don't forget to follow her at loveday_XO on Instagram and Ambitious Entertainment for more content. Until next time, I'm Christina, and take care, everyone.
Bye, Christina.
Goodbye, Jay.